In today's video, we're gonna go over 7 things that'll help you move from that state of feeling stuck and unsure and behind into a place where you're feeling like you're actually starting to see and feel some progress. It's gonna be a bit of tough love, but we'll start out with the love, get into the tough part, and I'll wrap up with some love because, you know, this is a journey. It's not something that's so black and white that we could just say this is exactly how you have to do it. There's a lot of moving parts for all of us. We all have very different circumstances and challenges and all of that. I definitely don't want this to be defeating for you, but more encouraging, supporting, and really helpful in your journey to getting where you want to be with your finances, even if you're not quite there yet. Thing number 1 is to first believe in yourself and know that you're capable of making lasting and real change. You're capable of forming new habits and redirecting the course of your life. You are here now because of habits that have been in your life probably since you were a child, maybe from your parents, and it could be a whole generational thing. So it's really not your fault that you're feeling behind and stuck because we live in a society where financial things like really aren't taught to us and we have to kind of figure it all out on our own. So start out in that mindset of being fully capable. You're not behind because you're dumb or don't get it or anything like that. You're behind because everyone's behind. What you're gonna do now is follow these steps and start making change. Number 2 is to realize that nothing changes if nothing changes. As simple as that sounds, we kind of have to think through that. Like if we keep doing what we've always done, we will always have what we've always had. This is a saying that deeply resonated with me when I was first trying to get unstuck. I was like, okay, I've got to do things differently. That's just the end of it. So number 3, let's get into some tactical and maybe a little bit more tough stuff. And that is gonna be to take inventory of your current financial life. Face your finances. So sit down and write down your expenses, write down your inflows, write down interest rates on all the debts that you have, if you have debt, and stack those in order of highest interest rate to lowest interest rate so that you can really hone in on what you need to focus on when you're trying to create a debt payoff plan. But at least get this all out on paper so you have an idea of what you're even working with. And I know no one really wants to look through what they're spending, but trust me, you'll find so much clarity, and what's done is done. Nothing's gonna change by you looking, right? Except maybe how you feel, which is actually really, really good because those feelings are what is going to propel you to make change because you might not like what you see, and that's the feeling you have to lean into. You wanna be proud of your spending. You wanna feel like you're making good choices. You don't wanna constantly feel embarrassed and ashamed of your spending like I've felt for years. So I totally get you if you're there. And, you know, like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just like, now let's make some change. Now that we're starting to open our eyes and realize like, oh my God, this is not where I want to be right now. So number 4 is now to set some goals. Where do you want to be? How do you want your life to look? How much longer would you like to work? Would you like to be making more money? Would you like to be saving more money? Would you like to be traveling more? Write out your goals if you haven't done that already so that you know why you even want to go through this in the first place, because it really isn't easy when we could just scroll on social media and watch Netflix. You know, why would we face our finances when there's such easier things to do? Unless we have really compelling reasons to actually go in and do that. Number 5 is to determine how badly you want the goals that you've set out in front of you. If you want them really bad, you're gonna have that deep motivation to take action and to do the tough things because change isn't easy, right? It's so much easier to do any number of things that we're just really used to than to actually shift into a new way of spending money and making money and all of that. It can be really, really uncomfortable. So one of the sayings that helped me make this shift was the pain to remain the same has to be greater than the pain to change. Now, that sounds a little confusing, but if you think about the pain that you're in right now, if you're feeling behind and you're not reaching your goals and you're not feeling progress and you don't see it getting any better with your current way of living, that's painful. So realize that is probably more painful if you really play that out over time than actually doing this little bit of work up front. Although it is painful to make these changes, it's not going to be as painful as not making the change. So lean into that and let yourself go through the pain of change so that you can escape the pain of remaining the same. Now, thing number 6 is to invest to accelerate the progress of reaching your goals. It is much quicker to invest and have some compounding growth working on your side than just to put money in a bank. If you just add up with a basic calculator how much you're saving and how long it's going to take to reach your goals, it could be forever, seemingly. But if, on the other hand, you run the numbers in a compounding growth calculator, and I like the one from Smart Asset called Investment Growth Calculator. That one will show you how powerful investing really can be, especially over a chunk of time, especially once you get more and more money working for you. Investing can be incredibly game-changing for you, and it can rapidly speed up the pace of you catching up and feeling like you're not behind anymore. And it really has, in my life, a lot of it is dependent on market returns and how much you're investing and all of that. But you've got to at least do your part by putting money into the market and giving it a chance for growth. Our portfolio is, I believe, around 50% of it at this point is purely from market returns. If you want to take a look at our portfolio, check that out here. But I show you how much of our portfolio is from market returns, and that's just the power of it. And it happened a lot faster than those calculators showed us when I did this 5 years ago, because the markets have been phenomenal. Not this year specifically, but they have been over the past 5 years. And who knows what's going to happen over the next 5 years. But I believe the markets are going to do well because we continue to buy and consume products, and population is growing, meaning more products are needed. It just becomes one of those tools that you can use to help you gain some more wealth on your side. And this brings us to thing number 7, which is to join my free workshop that I have. It's a 3-part video training series. You can sign up for it in the link below. This will help you create an investment strategy that you can use to start accelerating the process of getting some wealth on your side, like I just said, as well as reaching your long-term goals. So I want to help you get invested as soon as possible. I know it's really hard when you're kind of consuming like little videos here and there and trying to like put all the pieces together. So this video creates more of a clear-cut path of how to do that. I want to help you. I mean, that's why my whole channel is here. That's why I started Money with Maggie and my whole business in the first place, because I know how hard it is to get attention from financial professionals and to figure all of this out, especially if you know nothing about proper financial management and investing and all of that. So I'm here to simplify the process. Take a look at the link below, and I hope you'll join. We already have 109 people that have signed up as of this recording. So I know it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be really beneficial for you in your financial life. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.